Last week, man, I was hyped. You know, I knew that the hard work I was pushing, you know, for was showing, you know, definitely nervous, didn't want another hiccup again. And, you know, but the weight definitely reflected the energy for sure. I felt like, you know, it was good.
It's not necessarily that the guy is doing this one thing right. When it comes to weight loss, there's just not like this one big golden bullet. It's a bunch of silver BBs that add up to the big picture. Like the guy was weighing out his food. He was following everything I was telling him. He was hitting the gym properly. He was waking up early. He was getting good sleep. Like he was following everything I was telling him, and that's what added up to this second.
We're just getting started. Come on.
Oh my God.
Come on. Come on. One more.
What did you do differently last week that worked?
Oh man, so the biggest thing was really like double checking weight in the morning, every morning, really being pushed a little bit more by Jacob again. You know, I started coming through with a little bit more information back and forth, like not just tracking for myself, but showing him what I was eating on a day-to-day basis, really paying attention and making sure that I was crushing my step count and, you know, not missing a single day in the gym and, you know, just really going as hard as I could to be on top of everything.
How did doing these with this amount of weight, how'd this feel now versus a month ago?
It's kind of funny, like some of my movements have been like feeling a little weaker, just being in such a deficit all the time.
Yeah.
But low-key, bro, I felt good, like especially the first like several, it was like, okay, hold on.
You can lose weight and put on muscle, it just takes a lot more work than people actually think. Like it's losing weight's one thing, but putting on muscle at the same time is another.
Are you seeing the weight loss now in the mirror or the way your clothes fit?
Yeah, I feel like my clothes have been fitting a lot better. I definitely don't feel bloated or anything like that. I feel very happy with myself. Body dysmorphia still does kind of hit me, you know. Sometimes I feel like I look exactly how I did when I started, you know, like I just don't see the progress the same way. But I know that's just body dysmorphia, you know, and I know that I have been doing good.
It's a discipline thing. So it's a mindset thing, right? So the guy's obviously dropping weight like crazy now. Obviously it shows. It's just your input is your output.
You can't manage this, can't break this bond funded. Gotta keep my distance when you not 100. From the same ones say they love you, lady funny. You can't match my energy, and yeah, you know it. Way too cold, yeah, man, I'm way too cold. Way too cold, yeah, man, I'm way too cold. Way too cold, yeah, man, I'm way too cold. Yes, I meant it, yeah, man, I'm way too cold.
Jacob has been, he's always been so consistent himself and so, you know, communicative with me, but especially after the last weigh-in when I was, you know, asking for more from him, he's really been pushing me and things have been locked in even tighter, you know? So just the rhythm was easier to fall into.
What really made Ryan stick out this week was definitely pushing past his limits. The guy was he was hungry. What did they say? They call it hangry, you know, but he was still pushing past failure. And it's really hard to do that when you're in a deficit.
For the most part, I've stayed pretty clean, even with the times where I've overeaten. It's still been very clean. I mean, like lots of clean proteins, you know, like I've been eating a lot of chicken and tuna and, you know, low fat things. I'm not consuming a ton of sugar or fats. You know, I have a fairly dialed in on the cleanliness. Like the way I feel is beautiful.
So I know that's like one of your biggest issues is the weekends, because I've talked about it before. Like if you're trying to eat 2,000 calories a day, but you go and eat kind of crazy on the weekends, your 2,000 calorie deficit, you're probably around like 3,100 calories.
For sure. And I mean, I'm not crashing out like that. It's not necessarily like that. It's just, you know, the lack of sleep and there's, you know, sometimes an influx of calories, but
for sure,
you know what I mean? It's like, it's the overdoing on stress and not being, you know, not having the rhythm of working out with the boys in the morning. And
100%.
You know, so, but I've, you know, been trying to deal with the outside factors of life and all the stresses of finding, you know, healthier ways to combat all of that, you know what I mean? Which clearly it's working, you know.
I want you to be real. What's still the hardest part of this journey right now?
The hardest part of this journey right now is not emotional eating. I mean, stress is very abundant for me, financially, just going through a lot of things in my personal life, feels like almost always. And because of that, it's very, very, very hard to not get upset and, rip open a candy bar or not be sad and crack open a container of ice cream, and get the dopamine levels risen from, some sugar intake. You know what I mean? It's so easy and quick to grab something to eat just because you feel upset. And that's the biggest thing that still, I still want to do. I think everybody is always going to want to, but it's the discipline to stay away from it.
What do you tell yourself on the days you want to quit?
On the days I want to quit, I just remember my why and remember that it doesn't matter if I want to quit. I'm doing this for a very big reason, and if I stop and if I quit, then I'm a hypocrite and I don't love my son the way that I said I love him. And that's not going to be me.
I'm proud of you, big dog. One step closer.
Getting it.
From every other week to this week, I've definitely seen a big pivot in his attitude, just everything realistically. And he deals with a lot of stuff at home, financial problems, things like that. And the thing with Ryan is the one thing that gets sacrificed is his health, because he's always trying to find something to kind of numb that pain. So he goes and eats food. But regardless of his problems that he's dealing with, he's always having health as the number one thing that he's trying to take care of. So that is what I'm noticing change a lot.
No matter what the scale says today, I'm satisfied with my performance this week. It will be very shitty if it doesn't go my way, but I definitely went hard.
All right, dude, how you feeling right now?
Nervous.
Nervous.
As always.
Well, last week you locked in 310 pounds, okay? And the goal is to get out of the teens and see, at least, it would be nice to see 308.
I don't know how I'm gonna feel if I don't see what I wanna see. Right, but I also don't know how I'm gonna feel if I do see what I wanna see.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Enough said, let's go. Okay, 310 all the way down to, oh my God, 303.6. That's incredible, bro. What? So how much weight is that?
I'm no math magician, but
That's over 5 pounds. That's like 6-7 pounds, bro.
a 7. Like 6.4. This week,
Yeah.
I feel like a strong ass dude. We're making better progress, feeling better, feeling more locked in. So it's been pretty sweet.
If someone's watching this stuck at 316 pounds, what would you say to them?
I would tell them that they can get past this, and it's not just them, that you really just have to pay attention and reevaluate what you're doing and what you're eating, and understanding that there's another gear that you have that you don't think or didn't think you have or had, but it's there, and it's just a matter of resetting, refocusing, and getting busy. Yeah.
The two.
I got goosebumps,
wait, 200 is right around the corner.
bro. Yeah.
Give me a hug, bro.
Kill it. And
man.
bro.
Yeah, he's like, everybody that's overweight, they have a vision, but sometimes that vision gets fogged, and you just need that fog to go away. You need a clear vision of why you're doing it. There's going to be a lot of mess ups. There's going to be a lot of times where you mess up, and sometimes it might just completely take you off track. But I need you to remember your why. Why did you start? Why are you going to keep going? And what's going to take you to that finish line?